Good morning, students. Our subject is Design of Concrete Structure 1. Our today's topic is Limit State of Collapse Shear. In a last part 1, we studied introductory part about a shear. In a part 2, we solved some numerical example of shear reinforcement. In today's lecture also, we study some numerical examples of shear. Here, we start example number 3. An RC beam 350 mm wide means B is given, width of beam is 350 and 500 mm effective depth means small d is given here 500 mm is reinforced with 4 bar of 25 mm means diameter of bar is 25 mm and bar is 4 bar is used. So how to calculate AST? AST is equals to number of bar into pi by 4 into d square. Number of bar is 4 into pi by 4 into diameter is 25 square. So we got AST. Okay. It is having a UDL of 75 kilonewton meter including self weight. Means self weight of UDL load is 75 kilonewton per meter over a simply supported span. The beam is simply supported and span length is 7 meter. Design a shear reinforcement using vertical stirrup and bent up bars. Here we have to use vertical stirrup and also a bent up bars. Okay, so solution here, given data is given. Width of beam is 350 mm. FCK is 20 MPa. AST is 4 bar of 25 mm diameter. So how to calculate area? Number of bar is 4 into pi by 4 into 25 square. So AST is 1963.5 mm square. Effective depth is given 500 mm. Fy is given 415. Length is given 7 meter. Load on beam is given 75 kilonewton meter. It is a self weight. If we have to find factored UDL, then how to calculate factored UDL? Multiply into 1.5 to self weight. So 75 into 1.5. So we got here maximum UDL or factored UDL. It is 112.5 kilonewton meter. Okay, so factored shear force we have to find here. How to calculate factored shear force? Factored shear force is equals to our beam is simply supported, so WU into LE by 2. Our WU here we already find 112.5. Length is 7 divided by 2. So our VU means factored shear force is 393.75 kilonewton meter. Okay, so we use this formula WL by 2 because our span of beam is given simply supported. So because of that we use here WU into LE divided by 2. Second step, calculation of nominal shear force. How to calculate nominal shear force? Formula is VU divided by B into D. VU we already find here, factored UDL is 393.75 shear force. So 393.75 into 10 to the power 3 in Newton. B is given 350 and D is 500. So answer is 2.25 Newton per mm square. Check for maximum shear stress. How to calculate maximum shear stress? Our in this numerical, grade of concrete and grade of steel is not given. So we can assume the grade of concrete is M20 and the grade of steel is Fe415. So for the grade M20, here one table is given and maximum shear force. For M20, maximum shear force is 2.8. So maximum shear stress is 2.8 and nominal shear stress we find here 2.25. So 2.25 is smaller than 2.8, means nominal shear is smaller than maximum shear. So it is safe. Okay. Now we have to find design shear strength of concrete PT limited. Percentage limited we have to calculate here. Formula to calculate percentage limited is AST divided by B into D into 100. So AST is 1963.5. How we calculated AST? Here 4 bar is given. Diameter of bar is 25. So 4 into pi by 4 into 25 square. So we got answer is 1963.5 divided by B is 350 and D is 500. So multiplied these 100 because we have to find PT limited in percentage. So our percentage is 1.12 percentage. So by using this table, our value is 1.12. In this table, here percentage is given. 1.12, the value is in this table, there is no value of 1.12. So here one value is 1 and another value is 1.25. Between this, our value is come 1.12. So our the grade of concrete is M20. So for one value is 0.62 and for 1.25 value is 0.67. So we draw in this table these values. For one PT percentage 1, tau C is 0.62 and PT percentage 1.25, the value is 0.67, but we don't know the value of 1.12. So how to calculate tau C value for PT percentage 1.12? So by using interpolation method we can easily find. How to done interpolation? First is 0.62 plus in bracket 0.67 minus 0.62 divided by, to divide this by in bracket 1.25 minus 1. So multiplied this by 1.12 minus 1. I write here first value is 0.62 plus 0.67 minus 0.62 divided by 1.25 minus 1 into 1.25 minus 1. So our value here value is 0.64. This value is between these two. So this value is okay because this value is come between these two. So 0.64. Now compare nominal shear and design shear. Our design shear is 0.64 and our nominal shear is 2.25. So our nominal shear is greater. So here shear reinforcement is required. If nominal shear is smaller than design shear, then no need to provide a shear reinforcement design. But our nominal shear is greater than design shear, so shear reinforcement is required. Now step number 4, shear force resisted by shear. If here we required shear reinforcement, so shear force resisted by shear reinforcement VUS is equals to VU minus VUC. What is VU and what is VUC? In first step we already find. Here VU is 393.75 factored shear force, that is 393.75. So we used here this value is 393.75 into 10 to the power 3 in Newton. Okay, so minus VU is self weight. So our design shear is 0.64 into B into D. So our B is 350 and D is 500. So this value is design shear. So 0.64 into 350 into 500. So our VUS means shear force resisted by shear reinforcement is 281.75 kilonewton. So assume in this numerical they give us to design a shear reinforcement using vertical stirrup and bent up stirrups. In this numerical we also used vertical stirrup and bent up stirrups. Both stirrups we have to use here, bent up bars also and vertical stirrup also. So we divide this load into 50-50. So our total load is 281.75. Assuming out of 281.75 load, 50% load resisted by vertical stirrup 50% means 281.75 divided by 2. So we consider 140.88 kilonewton. It is resisted by vertical stirrup, and 50%, that is 140.88, it is resisted by bent up bars. So both resisted. Why? Because in this numerical, we also have to design vertical stirrup also, and bent up bars also. So we divide this load into two parts. Okay, so next we have to find here shear force resisted by bent up bars. So VUSB means bent up bars. So formula is 0.87 Fy into ASV into sin phi. So 0.87 Fy is 415. ASV we consider here our 2 into pi by 4 into uh, d square into our sin alpha is 45. Phi angle consider 45. So our VUSB is 250.65 kilonewton. Okay, so it is greater than our 50% load is 140.88. So this value to 50.65 is greater than VUSB. So it is okay. Now assume 8 mm diameter two-legged vertical stirrup as a shear reinforcement. So spacing of shear reinforcement is formula 0.87 Fy into ASV into D divided by VUSB. So 0.87 Fy is 415. ASB means 2 bar of pi by 4 into diameter is 8 square. Two legged means here 2 and 8 mm diameter, so 8. 2 into pi by 4 into d square. So d is 500 divided by VUS is here our load is half 140.88. So take 140.88 into 10 to the power 3. So SV answer is 128.82 mm. This is first condition. Okay. Second condition is 0.87 Fy into ASV divided by 0.4 B. 0.87 Fy is 415. ASV means 2 legged pi by 4 into 8 square. Means 2 legged, we provide here 2 legged vertical stirrup at 8 mm diameter divided by 0.4 into B is 350. So our second condition SV is 259.62 mm. Now third condition is 0.75 into D. Our D is depth of beam is 500. So 0.75. So in this first condition, our value is 128.82. In second condition, value is 259.62, and third condition value is 375. So in these three values, our value is 128.82 is small. Use whichever is less. So 128.82 is a small. So round figure is 125 mm. So we used spacing between shear bar is 125 mm. After solving shear reinforcement, draw cross sections diagram and longitudinal section of beam. So cross section of beam is width is 350 mm and effective depth is 500 mm. Provide a 8 mm diameter of two-legged vertical stirrup. Spacing is 125 mm center to center. We already find it. Okay, and draw this longitudinal section of beam. Okay, we solved another example, that is design a shear reinforcement for a cantilever beam. Here beam is cantilever. So carrying a UDL 26 kilonewton meter without D. L having a means this UDL is without dead load. So we have to add dead load in this 26 kilonewton per meter. So this is without dead load. Having a span of 1.2 meter. The span means L is 1.2 meter and 230 mm into 650 mm means width is 230 mm and 650 mm is depth. Here depth is not given, effective or overall depth. So consider this depth is effective depth. Okay. Tensile reinforced of 4 into 22 mm. Compressive reinforced 2 into 12 mm. So use M20 and Fe415. Means tensile also we provide a steel in tension also and compression zone. So this beam is doubly reinforced because steel provided in both section, steel, tensile also and compression also. Okay. So given data is B is 230 mm, overall depth is 650 mm, FCK is 20, the grade of concrete is 20, the grade of steel is Fe415, the bar AST means steel in tension zone is 4 bar of 22 mm, so 4 bar of 22 mm in, so 4 bar into pi by 4 into 22 square, so AST is 1520.53 mm square. W without dead load, so 22 kilonewton per meter. Cover assume we here 50 mm, so overall depth is 650, so 650 minus 50, that is effective depth 600. LE is length 1.2 meter is given. Safe UDL is given 26. It is without dead load, so add dead load in this. Dead load means width into depth in meter. So 230 mm means 0.23 meter and 650 mm means 0.65 meter, so 0.23 into 0.65, and the grade density of concrete is 25, so 26 plus 0.23 into 65 into 25, so total is 29.74 kilonewton meter. So factored UDL multiplied this by 1.5, that is 44.61 kilonewton meter. Kilonewton per meter is our factored UDL. So now we have to find here factored shear force VU. Here in this example, here given the slab or the beam is cantilever beam. So the beam is cantilever. So formula to calculate factored shear force is WU into LE, L effective. If here simple beam is given, simply supported, then formula is WU into LE divided by 2. But here our beam is cantilever, so formula is WU into LE. So W is 44.61 into 1.2 length. So if U is 53.53 kilonewton or 53.53 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. Okay. So now say first step we have to calculate here nominal shear. How to calculate nominal shear? Formula is VU in divided by B into D. Our VU we already find 53.53 into 10 to the power 3 Newton divided by B, width is 230 and effective depth is 600. So our nominal shear is 0.39 Newton per mm square. Check for maximum shear. The grade of concrete is given M20. So for M20, the maximum shear is 2.8. So use 2.8. And our nominal shear is 0.39. So 0.39 is smaller than 2.8. So safe. Now we have to find here PT limited percentage. Design shear strength. So AST divided by BD into 100. Why multiplied by 100? Because we have to find PT percentage. AST is given 1520.53 divided by B is 230 and D is 600 multiplied by 100 for percentage. So percentage is 1.10. In this table 1.10 value is not given. M20 grade, the grade of concrete is M20. The value is between 1 and 1.25. The value for 1 is 0.62 and the value for 1.25 is 0.67. We don't know the value of 1.10, so we have to calculate here. How to calculate 0.65 by using interpolation method. 0.62 plus in bracket 0.67 minus 0.62 divided by 1.25 minus 1 into multiplied by 1.10 minus 1. So we got value is 0.64 Newton per mm square. Okay, so nominal shear is 0.39 and design shear is greater than nominal shear, so shear reinforcement is not required, so no need to find VUS. Okay, so spacing of shear reinforcement SV. First step to calculate SV is first condition 0.87 Fy into ASV divided by 0.4b. 0.87 Fy is 415 into 2-legged pi by 4. We provide here 2-legged 8 mm diameter stirrup. So 2-legged pi by 4 into 8 square divided by 0.4 into 230. So SV is 394.53 mm. Second formula is 0.75 into D. Our effective depth is 600. So 0.75 into 600, that is 450 mm. Okay, so from these two, first value is 394 and second value is 450. These two value is greater than 300. So 300, we use 300 because this value is greater than 300 and our IS code not permitted to provide greater than 300 value. So we provide a spacing that is 300 mm. After finding, draw cross section and longitudinal section of beam. So our beam width is 230 mm, effective depth is 600 mm, overall depth is 650 mm. We provide 8 mm diameter 2-legged vertical stirrup, about a 300 mm center to center spacing between these, and this is a longitudinal section of beam. Spacing between these two is 300 mm. So anyone having doubt in today's lecture, you can put your question in chat box. Okay, thank you.